Hi there, guys. We are live, and welcome back to McCann Dogs. I'm Ken. Every single week we help you enrich your dog's life and help your dog become a well-behaved four-legged family member. We publish videos every single Thursday. And obviously, if you're watching this stream, we also do live streams from some of our events and some of the really cool things that we do with our dogs. So if you've been on the channel at all this weekend, you'll know that we've been doing some agility demonstrations here at Woofstock in Woodbine Park. It's an absolutely beautiful day today. The sun is out. I think I'm a little sunburned. I've been out maybe without enough sunscreen on. But it's been a really great day. There's been all kinds of people out here
good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen,
Woodbine
boys
Park
and girls,
for Woofstock.
and welcome to Woofstock.
And we're about to get going with our final show of the day. We're really excited to share this with you. Now, it's a little bit sunny, so I might need to put my sunglasses on.
But we wanted to tell you
But here, we've changed our show up just a little bit to do some obedience. We've got people starting to gather around, so let's listen in to what Stuart is saying, and I hope you enjoy the show.
We're going to do something a little bit different. How many people actually own dogs out there? Put your hands up. This is going to be very important. So take note of this part of the show, folks. Will you please welcome the McCann Professional Dog Trainers.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're going to start off with a little bit of obedience. Obedience is the cornerstone to everything you do with a dog. If you want to do dog agility or any of the other canine sports, and if you want to have a well-behaved family pet, this is where it all begins. So we're just going to do a little bit of obedience. I'm going to introduce our trainers. Starting at my far right, we have, put your hand up, Mark, say hello. This is Mark Herford and his 12-year-old Belgian Malinois, who still loves to go for walks and does a lot of fun things. He does dog agility still. Next in line, we have Patty Young and her Bouvier. And I just want to tell you a quick story about Patty and her Bouvier. He's 7 years old now. She got him when he was about 7 or 8 months from a rescue. And he was a wild child. He was totally out of control. In fact, he jumped up and broke her nose. So she thought she had better do some obedience and learn how to train this dog. She enrolled in our classes, has taken all the obedience classes, and he's turned into quite a great dog. He can do all kinds of fun things with her, and it all comes down to the fact that she worked hard with her basic obedience. Next in line, we have Wendy Hunter and her beautiful golden retriever. This is Reba, and Reba is 6 years old. And next up, we have Carol Lawrence and her Border Collie Thorpe, who is deaf, I might add, so she'll be using hand signals only with him. And he's been competing in the disc trial next door over there all weekend, and I believe he ended up in first place, so he did a very great job. Next up, we have Lori Hughes and her cute little Papillon with those big ears. And they are 2 years old. She's just one of the youngsters, and she's starting in agility. She's working hard at that. But he's also been working hard at his basic obedience. Next up, we have Cale Mccann and a 7-month-old Border Collie named Beeline. So we don't have too much high expectations for these dogs, but because they're young, we'll see how they do. And next is her brother. This is not the male, the handler. This is Rob Newhauser, and this is Beeline's brother, Ketchup, and he's a red Border Collie. And last but not least, we have Megan Robinson and an 8-week-old little Border Collie, 8-week-old golden puppy. And after we finish the bigger dogs, he's going to come out and show you what a little puppy can learn. So we're going to have him rest for a minute. The rest of you, away you go. So one of the things that we first start to teach you when you go to obedience school is to have your dog walk nicely on lead. No pulling, no tugging. The dog needs to walk on your left side, that's out of tradition. And the dog will do various things while you're walking. You know, walking by the other dogs close and not paying attention. Okay, everybody just stop and ask your dogs to sit. You want to maybe stop and say hello to your neighbor or stop at the curbside. Your trusty old dog should just sit nicely beside you. Okay, let's continue to walk. You might like to jog with your dog, or you might like to go slow and push a baby carriage. Let's have everyone jog with their dog. Just because we're running and jogging and moving fast doesn't mean the dog gets silly and pulls. Okay, back to normal pace. But maybe you're going to push the baby carriage or walk a toddler and you have to walk a little slower. You should be able to slow down, and the dog doesn't continue to pull. He knows to walk nice and slow by your side. Okay, back to normal pace again. You can see that the trainers are rewarding their dogs for the very good decisions. And I might also note that the Border Collie, the deaf Border Collie I mentioned, Thorpe, he is off leash. And you see how attentive he is in moving beside Carol. Okay, everybody find a spot somewhere and have your dog sit. Another basic skill that we teach our dogs is sit stays and down stays. I would like everyone to leave your dog in a sit stay first. So dogs sitting beside you, just tell your dogs to stay and walk away from your dog. Okay, and everybody just jog around a little bit. Just move around, do some distractions. If the dog should happen to break, we simply put him back, reaffirm that he's supposed to stay. Okay, everybody return, reward your dogs, gather up your leashes, and let's go walking again. Okay, now find a different spot and we'll practice a down stay. So the dogs are taught to lie down on a command and signal. One command and signal, they should lie down. And we want them to hold that down. Tell your dogs to stay. Hold that down under distraction. You can move around. You could clap your hands. Even in class, we throw fuzzy toys and bounce balls. And we make sure the dogs understand that stay means stay where you are till I return, reward you, and release you. And let's do that now. Return to your dogs. Tell them what great guys they are. And again, release your dogs. And let's show our meeting and greeting exercises. One of the things that people often want to be able to do is have their dogs be able to greet family members, friends, and children without jumping on them, without putting muddy footprints on them. So we're going to start on the far side with Carol and Thorpe and Lori and Dash. Now Megan should be able to walk by these dogs. She should be able to talk to the handler. Hi, how are you? Maybe they don't want to sort of say hello to the dog. Okay, and the dog should remain in a sit. Now, if they say, yeah, okay, go and say, Lori. So we're going to walk by Lori, walk by Dash. Dash continues to sit. The dog says, okay, I don't have to jump on you just because you're close by. Now, what if you'd like to say hello to the dog? First, you ask permission. Can I pet your dog? And then you should be able to go in and pet the dog. And again, the dog should remain sitting. Okay? And we want the dogs to hold that sit position while we do a nice hello. Very well done. Okay, I'm going to have Megan move to the far side, and this is a different greeting. This is where we want our dog to say, okay, you can go and say hi. So Mark is going to release his dog forward to say, go say hi. And Finn should go forward and to be able to say hello and not think about jumping up on the pregnant lady. Okay, we want 4 feet on the ground on this exercise. Okay, go say hi. And the big gunner who used to be a wild child, then yes, he's very, very good. Okay, now in the middle here, we've got our 2 young 7-month-old dogs. One of the things that we encourage you to do is to retrieve with your dog. Lots of puppies have all kinds of energy, and one of the ways that you can, decrease the energy level, have your dog, get tired out a little bit so they're better behaved in the house, and that is retrieving. Let's start with Ketchup. This is the red Border Collie. And we're just going to throw out that toy, and at 7 months he should retrieve it and bring it right back to Rob. Try again, Rob, throw it again. Out. And then throw that toy. Great way to take the edge off the Border Collie. Okay, and our other little dog, the sister, this is the Beeline, and Cale's got a different toy. And she gets a frisbee. Try one more. Lots of energy in this little girl. Whoa, where is it?
Lie down. Yes. Wait. Okay, get it.
So a little bit of control. So it's just a 7-month-old dog. Woo! That says this listening is fun. Okay, everybody spread out around the ring. One of the other things that people most often want to teach when we have dog training school, and that is to teach our dogs to come when called.
That's true, Madison.
Very
I did see
important
that. Rad's
exercise.
actually sliced
Under
his grandson.
distraction, the dog should come on the first command every time. Wendy, I think we're going to start off with you. So Wendy's going to ask Reba to just sit and wait. And even though there's other dogs out here, Lori will go to you next. And Reba is going to come in and sit nicely in front. And then send her around, and we're ready to hook that leash back on. And this is a 2-year-old. Papillon, go ahead. Louder. It's very loud out there. That's a boy. There he is, sitting in front. Patty, where you go? And our wild man here, who has learned to behave himself. Very keen guy. One command, happy and fast, sits in front. And Finn, our senior citizen. Now he's holding his weight as he's told, and on one command, right through those jumps. Very well done. Okay, our two, Carol, sorry, yes, I was looking for who. And this is Thorpe. Remember, Thorpe is deaf, so Carol will be using a hand signal to get him to come. How about that? Okay, and our final recall is going to be our 2 young puppies. And what we're going to do is to have a more fun ending as we teach the dog coming back to you is the greatest thing in the world. So they're going to be sitting and waiting, but they're going to have a party when they get there. And play with the dog. Very good. And Beeline. So already at 7 months you can see, she's, yay, and play with the dog. So recalls become one of the greatest things there is to do. Okay, you guys can just come off the field and get ready for agility. But we have one special treat for you. We have an 8-week-old puppy here. And actually, this puppy doesn't even belong to Megan. She's babysitting for a friend for the weekend. And this puppy is just 8 weeks old. And we're just going to show you how we start. To start walking on lead, we're going to use lots of treats. And we're going to use our voice and happy talk and entice that puppy just to walk beside us. Of course, he doesn't know how to do this yet, but we're going to try and show him that when you move beside me on a loose lead, there's lots and lots of rewards. And we also can teach our dogs to sit at this age, just like the big dog. So Megan will move forward again, and when she stops, she's going to use some food. Come on, Wild Man, that up. And we're going to use some food to lure him into a sit. Good boy. Just try one more of those. Just go forward. Okay, and then stop and lure him into the sit.
I agree, Madison.
When
Yeah,
we
Rats
teach
Run
puppies,
did look like what a
we
slice
teach
of
with
gold
lots
runs.
of food. We don't use force. We just show. Okay, Megan, just pivot around there and let's show how we start the down. We also at this age can teach our puppies to learn to lie down. So Megan's going to have food in her hand, so it's going to be a command and hand signal. as we lure the dog into the down and then reward him several times in the down position. Okay, just move him forward and try one more of those. So this is an 8-week-old puppy that Megan has really only had with her since 2 days ago. And a command down as we lure there, down in the ground. And then give that puppy a couple more pieces of food as we say, good down, good boy. Okay, and last but not least is the recall. We also start the recall at this age. We do something that we call a restraint recall. We have our training partner, family member, friend, whatever, and they're going to hold the dog. And Megan is going to get this dog really excited. And then when the puppy says, hey, I want to come to you, you looks like fun, she's going to take off and run and entice that puppy to chase. And then when he catches her, we go, Kelly, do nothing. Catches her, we get a reward. Now this puppy does not know how to come, but he is learning when he hears that word come, great things happen. I get to chase you, and when I catch you, you reward me. So it's something I want to do. So we get him excited. You ready, little guy? Ready? And bring him in. How about that, folks, for a 10-week-old puppy? What a star. Okay, I'm going to turn you back over to Stu, and we're going to have the final competition
so we're gonna switch it to our
for dog
agility show here.
And
It'll
we're just
I think it
going
has
to set
about
some
10
bars
dogs
up,
will be
and
competing
we'll be
for
off to
the
the
best
races.
time on our agility course. And our agility course has changed over the last couple days, so there'll be a couple variations in the course. We'll see what how the dogs perform this afternoon. It's pretty exciting, a pretty close race for first place last time.
Now you can step it up a bit and move into dog agility. Now, dog agility, it's an obstacle course. You can see them setting it up now. It's a series of pulls, teeter-totters, tunnels, tires, and a weave pull over here, which is kind of interesting to do. The dog has to be able to go through the entire obstacle with the least number of faults. Now, how does the dog actually get a fault? Well, a dog can get a fault by knocking over one of the poles, or maybe going, through the obstacle the wrong way, going in the tunnel the wrong way. Or maybe if it's going up onto the teeter-totter, there's contact zones. You got to hit the contact zone in the in, and especially you got to hit the contact zone on the out. This particular course is very tight, and we're going to talk about that because when you get a small dog versus a larger dog, getting around there, they have put in what are called a series of traps, which means the dog's going over one obstacle, and the one thing they see right in front of them, which to them says, that's where I need to go. That's not where they're supposed to go. They got to watch the handler in order to get them directed in the right direction. Now, as you said before, you got to watch the faults. Faults mean a 5-second add-on to your time score. So we have a clock over here. Debbie's the official. We have our very first dog on the line right now, and this is Lori in with that papillon. And let's bring them on in. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember they work by sound motivation. So make some noise for them out there, because please welcome Dash the Papillon.
Papillon.
Now time starts on the very first jump. Here we go. There's a jump. Now this is a rookie dog. So this dog is just learning on the agility. How long has he been working on agility right now?
Well, he's only 2 years old, so probably 6 to 8 months. He's in his second level of our agility program, so he's just finished learning all the different obstacles, and he's not too confident on the teeter-totter, or the weave pulls also are difficult, especially when you're learning. So we have put some training guides on here to help him find his way through. The dogs are required to enter with the first pull on their left and then weave their way all the way through. So this is a bit of a training run because he is far from being ready to compete in a competition, but he's just gained on his teeter-totter. He's so much more confident, getting rewarded at the end there. Okay, so we have a turn over the blue jump this time, making our way down to the end.
Going through the tunnel and kind of looking at everybody.
Okay.
Now going in the tunnel. Has to come back over top of that orange jump, and then go back into those weave pulls. Now this is getting close to the finish line, so folks, this is where you start to cheer on the dog. And let's make some noise out there for the rookie, because here comes Dash, a Papillon that's going to make its way around slowly but surely. That's why we have the guide poles out there.
Yeah, he gets a little confused sometime, but he's getting it. He's getting it.
This is the finish line. Has to jump over the line, and that would be the time mark. Big score.
Now, Dash isn't really in the competition because he's not ready to compete. But we just thought he'd come out, and great experience out here, and he's improved greatly over the weekend.
Okay, so we have our next competitor coming on in here. This is going to be Carol. Carol's coming on in with a 12-year-old Jack Russell Terrier. This time, we're going to put the clock on, and everything is in effect. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, make some noise out there for Dell. Over the jumps.
Got to go round the backside. That's one of the difficulties of this course. Most jumps you go over the jump, from the front to the back. But on that orange jump, it's called a backside jump. The dog has to go to the backside of the jump to take it. It's quite difficult, so we'll see. And here's Dell with no guides. He knows how to do this. Good boy. Back up to the teeter-totter for the second time. And this dog is only like 6 pounds, so tipping that teeter can be a challenge.
Down through the tire, heading on over to that orange jump. Once goes there, has to head into the tunnel. Once gets back to the tunnel, back to the orange jump. And those pesky little weave pulls again. Coming in from the left-hand side. Left, right, left, right, left, right, number 2. Beautiful. And here we go for the finish line. Cheer on, because here we go, time. So now we take a look at the time over here on the wall, and it says 62.931 of a second. Then I go to Deb, who's actually the official for this one. Deb, were there any faults out there?
No, it was a beautiful run, no faults, so that's putting a little pressure on the rest of the crew, because every fault cost them 5 seconds.
Okay, so let's bring our next handler coming on out here. Patty's coming out now. That was a small dog. Now we get into the bigger dog. This is the Bouvier. This is a 7-year-old Bouvier. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, make some noise out there for Gunner. Here we go. Time starts on that first jump, raced off the hurdles. Can't knock them down. He's got to go over top of the jump into the tunnel. The tunnel. Now the big dog. This is going to be tough for the big dog too, because they have a tendency of maybe jumping off those things. You got to make sure they hit the contacts. Look at the dog go through the waves. Beautifully done. Over the jump, back over the teeter. Contact zones, got him. Hard turn. Here's the trap. Coming off that yellow, it's looking right at that red jump. Into the tunnel.
Pick up his back feet there.
Knocking over the poles, back in the waves. All right, folks, let's start cheering on Gunner, because here we go. And time. Gunner comes in with a really nice time of a 39.88. But how many poles do we have on that? Because most of the poles are not good.
Yeah, three poles down, so we have 58.88. But I think that's still good enough for first place.
There you go. So moving on in. It happens to be Patty with Gunner, 54.88. That's okay.
54.88.
But now we get actually another dog out there. Mark's coming on in. He's coming in with a Belgian Malinois. This is a big, he's out. So that means it's going to be going on into Carol. Carol's coming out with another 12-year-old dog, another senior citizen when it comes down to it. This is a Parsons Terrier. Another small dog out there. See how well it does on the course. Time to beat is going to be 54.88. Make some noise, folks, for Newman. Okay, Newman's going to come on in.
This dog is also 12 years old, yes. He's been a regular in agility competition for a lot of years, but once again is retired and is not actively competing, but he still loves to do it.
It's always nice to bring a dog like out of quasi-retirement to come into shows like this and show you exactly what an older dog can do. He's got to go back over that orange jump. Teeter-totter. Jump. Hard turn. Through the tire. Jump. Tunnel. Over the jump. To the weaves. And here we go, folks. Cheer on, because there we go. Time with a 48.3. So let's take a look at that one, 48.3. And were there any types of, faults on that one?
Yeah, we did have 2 faults. The weave pools got goofed up. Carol tried to fix them, but they didn't get fixed right. And the last teeter-totter, the first one was a bit dicey. The second one, I don't believe he touched the yellow, so I'm going to give him 2 points.
So that's standing on another 10 seconds onto the score, which brings up to 58. But that's still not fast enough to be able to beat the time. Patty the Bouvier Gunner holding on to 54.88 as we bring out our next competitor coming out here. And this is actually going to be Cale. Now, Cale's coming on out, and she's got herself a 4-year-old toy poodle right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, make some noise and welcome Hippie Shake. All right, here we go. Time starts right there. Interesting. The handlers have different ways of approaching that very first jump. Some are off the side, some on a line. It's kind of interesting. I guess that's their technique to want to get into the obstacle course.
Yeah, for motivation, I think she wanted to get a little extra running in there. This dog loves to run, so she just wanted to pump her up a little bit.
Kind of hopping technique through those weaves, huh?
The teeter is really hard for her because, again, she's only 6 pounds, so it's a challenge when they're learning that obstacle.
And here we go back through the tunnel over top of the orange jump.
Yeah, she's flying now.
Yeah, she's doing well. Take a look at the time right now, 38 seconds coming in the way. Let's cheer on Hippie, because here we go, time! Ah, yes, a time of 42.77, but was it a clean run?
Absolutely clean run. Very well done.
So that is the time to beat right now, folks, as we move on into our next competitor coming on out. It's going to be Wendy. She's coming out with a golden retriever, a bigger dog. Now, how tough is it for a bigger dog to get through a course like this? This is a tight course.
Yeah, this is a tight course, so it's a little bit easier for the smaller dogs, but then again, the smaller dogs can't run as fast, so it sort of equals itself out. The bigger dogs can travel, cover ground much more quickly, but they have to be careful about wide turns and not missing any obstacles.
Okay, this is a 6-year-old golden retriever. Folks, make some noise for Reba! Okay, watch this. Here we go. Last time they got a mulligan. This time she's got to go clean. Into there. Yes, into the tunnel, level out to the cheater. Bigger dog, contact zones painted. There's the jump. Another jump into the weaves. Look at the tail go.
She uses that tail like a rudder, it seems, steering that body through those weaves.
Now here's a hard turn, right over the top of that blue jump. The dog's looking right at the red jump. That's kind of fun. That's what.
Get over that jump, girl, Hudson.
Here we go, tight onto the weave zone. Maybe came out of that jump on the wrong side or no? And time. Oh! So close and yet so far. 38.78. And we saw is that just the only fault? Was going to be that last pull?
Yeah, that was the only fault. The rest was perfectly clean, so we have to add 5 to that.
So it brings it to 43.78. Now, not fast enough to be able to beat Hippie Shake, because that was a 42.77. That's the reason why we go into hundreds of points up here on that time score. Now we bring on our next competitor coming on, ladies and gentlemen, as we bring on out Rob. Rob's coming on out with a 6-year-old cattle dog. Now, once again, a bigger sized dog, loves getting out there doing the agility. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please make some noise out there and welcome Scout. Oh, this dog's got a little speed. You gotta stay ahead of these dogs, you gotta lead the dog through. That's why obedience is so important. The trainer's position going into these obstacles. Oh,
it's okay, there's no fault, just a little bit of time wasted. That was a very good save, because as you could see, the dog wanted to go into the tunnel, but listened very well.
Is that why you stopped them on the cheater, just to get that concentration back on in?
Okay, here she comes.
Sun chair for Scout. Here we go, folks, and time. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at Scout's time. Is a 42.37. Was it a clean run, though?
Yes, it was.
It was a clean run. Now the time to beat, folks, was 42.77. So we got a new leader with a cattle dog. So that's the time to beat. It is 42.37. 37 is the time to beat. But right now, folks, it gives us a great opportunity. Ken, come on over here for a second. You guys are launching something that's, I think, is an amazing thing to be able to do, because a lot of people. What are you doing right now, by the way?
Yeah, actually, I'm just streaming to our YouTube channel. If anybody has a YouTube account and is interested in dogs or dog training, check out our channel at McCann Dogs.
So right now you're streaming this live.
I am, yeah. I'm streaming it to our audience. Yeah.
Scary thing. I know you're doing this live. But what we're going to do, we have a brand new program where the McCann professional dog trainers do. It's called My Dog Can. What is this program?
Yeah, our My Dog Can program is a 10-week family obedience program to teach your dog to walk nicely on a loose leash without pulling, to teach them how to stay and to teach them how to come when they're called. It basically teaches you all the skills to help your dog listen. I think every dog owner wants that.
Now, this is like online though. I mean, you can actually do this anywhere then, right?
Absolutely, yeah, and at your own pace. We'll have weekly meetings where you'll meet up with your classmates online. We have all sorts of content, and not just the 3 things that I talked about, but all kinds of content to help you train your dog, and you can do it from anywhere. We have about 500 students every single week in our physical location, and our classes fill up really quick, so we wanted to be able to offer something to people that couldn't get in time, or for people that travel, are too far away. We have some students that come from like Western New York, London, Barrie, a long way away, and we wanted to be able to reach out to them, to be able to train them instead of them having to come to us.
And you got a special offer happening, and it's dying down in time right now because this is all going to be over soon. What's the offer?
Absolutely. So if you sign up on the checklist under the McCann Dogs tent, you can actually win a spot in our My Dog Can program.
And it's absolutely free to sign in?
Absolutely free, for sure.
Oh, good. We're going to be doing the draw later, so it's going to be kind of fun. So don't forget, folks, underneath that blue tent sign up, you have a chance to win a free online training course, 10 weeks with the McCann professional dog trainers, and you can train anywhere. That's absolutely amazing. As we bring out our next competitor coming on out here, folks, we are going to bring out Cale. Cale's coming on out, and she's got herself another one of those young dogs. It's a 3.5-year-old Border Collie. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, make some noise and welcome Rad! Time starts on that very first red jump. Here we go. Oh, she's taking good position here. Now she's ready. Amazing to be able to keep your dog there in one spot. Hold it there until you give the command to get it going. This dog is dialed in. Look at these lead pulls. Oh my. Teeter, contacts, jump, hard left turn, tire, jump, tunnel. Whoa, that almost went over top of the fence. Into the weaves. All right, folks, let's start cheering on Rad. Here we go, and time. Oh my. On time, if you take a look at the clock, just a fraction over top of 30 seconds, 30.90 seconds. But was it clean?
Yes, it was.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is our leader. Let's hear it for Rad. Nicely done. Now the question is, as we come down to our final 2 dogs, can anybody break the 30-second barrier and do it cleanly? Megan's coming up to the line right now, ladies and gentlemen. She's got herself a Border Collie. Final 2 dogs. Can you beat the 30.9? Let's find out. Make some noise and welcome Sense. She's going to get her position. It's interesting. Take a look at the line. She's got a line right now. The dog can do 2 jumps. 1, 2, tire. So close going over top of those hurdles though. Contacts are made. Weaves coming up. Wow, look how fast those weaves are. Back to the teeter-totter. Hard turn. Tire to the jump to the tunnel. Let's check out the weaves. Start cheering on Sense, folks, because here we go. Time.
Oh, great run.
It was a great run out there. Take a look at the time. It was 31.02 seconds.
So that's like 12 100ths of a second
slower. That's the reason why
12 100ths of a second. Wow.
You have that clock. That's why we go into hundreds of a second, folks, because it is that close. So close. Yet the time to beat is 30.90 seconds. Our final dog is coming up right now, folks. This is Mark. He's coming in with a 3.5-year-old Border Collie. can this dog beat the 30-second mark and do it cleanly? We'll find out. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome Fly.
And boy, can he fly.
Let's find out if he can do it cleanly. Sit back and watch, folks, and see how it goes. Nice stop. Into the weaves. Slows it down, jumps back to the teeter. Watch the hard turn. You got to turn on a dime. So close. Here we go back to the leaves. 27 seconds. Cheer on because we will have time. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at the clock. 30.91 seconds. The time to beat was 30.90. The winner is Cale Mccann and Rad, losing by 1 second.
You deserve a run too.
Oh no, he lost. Sit down. This is the dog that won.
1/100th of a second between these two dogs. That is really amazing.
Well,
congratulations, both of you.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming on out there. Let's give all the handlers a big round of applause. What a great last show that was. But underneath that blue tent, folks, is your last chance to sign on up for your chance to win a free online training course for 10 weeks, brought to you by McCann Dogs, professional dog trainers. This is it. Sign up right now because we're going to strike everything and we are going to let it all go. So if you want to sign up for a chance, here is your final chance. Thank you very much, folks, for spending a little bit of time right here at the McCann Professional Dog Trainers out of
guys,
Ontario.
great racing today. It was so exciting to watch. You're separated by 1/100th of a second. Cale, where do you think that time was? Where do you think?
Well, I'm going to have to say I feel slightly guilty because I am his coach and he has a world championship coming up and I told him that he needed to stick his teeter-totters because I knew how important that is for him to stick his criteria so that he can just rip it in worlds, and that's where I got him.
Yeah, but you know what? It's a great.
His dog's clearly faster.
Yeah, but it's a great training opportunity. And Mark is headed to the European Open here in 4 months, 2 months. And where is it, Mark?
Italy, Turin, Italy.
Yeah, so we'll be cheering Mark on back from Canada, but he'll be competing with Fly at the European Open Championships of Dog Agility. But great run today, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, that was definitely really exciting. 1/100th of a second separated first and second place. And you can see how tight some of the lines were and how hard some of the dogs were running. It was really awesome to watch. If you joined us at the beginning of the stream, you would have seen an obedience demo showing off what some of the dogs can do, with the McCann method. If this is your first time with us, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We publish new videos every single Thursday to help you enrich your dog's life and to help your dog become a well-behaved four-legged family member. And on that note, I need to get out of this sun. It's getting pretty hot. I want to thank you guys for joining us. I'm going to wish you happy training. Bye for now.